Hello and welcome to my channel Farmers in Depth, where we will talk about farmers related topic in detail. Today's topic is freeze drying or lyophilization. So let's see what is lyophilization, what are different parts of a lyophilizer, what are the different steps of lyophilization process, and what are its industrial applications. So let's start the video. So first let's see why drying is important. Drying is important because moisture can cause degradation of many products. Drying improves stability and also the solubility of many products. There are already many techniques of drying like tray drying, spray drying, fluidized bed drying or drum drying. Then why this new technique freeze drying? It is because in freeze drying, the drying takes place at a very low temperature which can be used for drying of thermolabile products. So freeze drying or lyophilization or sublimation drying or cold drying is a stabilizing process in which the substance is first frozen and then the quantity of solvent is reduced first by sublimation, which is the primary drying, and then by desorption, which is secondary drying, to such a value that will no longer support biological activity or chemical reaction. Now let's understand the principle behind this technique. This technique is based on a phenomena called sublimation, where solid directly enters to the gaseous state without entering the liquid state. So in this technique, a liquid is frozen to solid and then is converted to gas to remove all its solvent present in it. So here, a substance is dried at a temperature and pressure below the triple point of water. A triple point is a point where water exists in all the three phases, that is solid, liquid and gas. It is achieved at a temperature of 0.01 degrees Celsius and a pressure of 0.00603 atmosphere. So if a substance is dried at a temperature and pressure below these conditions, then solid ice can be directly converted to gas without entering the liquid. Depending upon the design, they can be classified as manifold dryer, shelf freeze dryer or combination lab freeze dryer, and depending upon the capacity, they can be classified as benchtop freeze dryer, pilot freeze dryer and production freeze dryer. Irrespective of the type, a freeze dryer consists of these essential components: a chamber, which is tight insulated box of stainless steel consisting of shelves, a shelf on which the product is kept and acts as a heat exchanger, a refrigerating system which has a compressor which cools the condenser, a condenser which can be in form of a coil or plates for trapping solvent vapors, and a vacuum pump for lowering the pressure. Here we can see a circular drying chamber consisting of horizontal trays on which the product is kept. It is connected to a heat source and a vacuum pump to generate the condition below the triple point. The frozen ice gets converted to vapor and is trapped by a condenser. Coming to various steps involved in the lyophilization process, which are pre-treatment, freezing state, primary drying stage, secondary drying stage and packing. Now let's discuss each step in detail. First step is pre-treatment, in which we concentrate the product so that a minimum amount of solvent is present from the beginning only. We add cryoprotectants because on freezing, icy crystals are formed which can damage the product, and we increase the surface area. The second step is freezing, where the product is frozen to ice. Generally, in pharmaceutical industry, eutectic mixtures are used, which are the mixtures which have a freezing point below than that of freezing temperature of individual component. So we freeze at a temperature of -50 to -80 degrees Celsius. The third step is primary drying. Here, the temperature and pressure are kept below the triple point of water. Temperature is usually kept from -10 to 30 degrees Celsius and pressure is 50 mm Hg. Here, the rate of sublimation of ice depends upon the difference in vapor pressure of product and that of the condenser. At the end of this stage, 95 to 98% of water is removed and primary drying takes place for 20 to 24 hours. The fourth step is called secondary drying. It is also called isothermal desorption, which removes the remaining solvent from the product. It usually removes the bound water. It is continued at same pressure, but temperature is increased to +10 to 40 degrees and it takes place for 8 to 10 hours. The fifth step, which is called packing. After drying, the vacuum is replaced by filtered air. If the product is kept in ampoules, the ampoules are sealed by tip sealing or pull sealing method, and if they are kept in vials or bottles, they are sealed with rubber closures and aluminum caps. Here we can see a comparison of freeze drying technique with other conventional drying techniques. Apart from other advantages, we can see that the oxygen exposure is very low in case of freeze drying, which is high in case of conventional drying. So if the product is degraded by oxidation, freeze drying is the method of choice. And also freeze drying can retain the volatility of the product. which is poorly retained by conventional drying techniques. Here we can see different marketed freeze-dried formulations like Amphotech and Diuril. And apart from pharma, freeze drying has a wide application in biotechnology and food industry. So guys, this was all about freeze drying. Thanks for watching, and I really hope you liked my video, and if you did, like it, share it and subscribe to my channel.